Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 18. We're going to come to lie down on the mat. We're going to bring our knees towards each other, allowing the feet to splay out to the side. The knees are bent, placing your left hand on your heart and your right hand onto your stomach. Begin to connect with your breath, slowly allowing yourself to fade away from the external world. Just really allow yourself to be here this morning on the mat. Perhaps setting an intention for your practice ahead today. Anything that resonates with you. If the mind wanders, that's absolutely fine. Just come back to your breath or the sound of my voice. Reminding ourselves to move with kindness, patience, or curiosity. And just to listen to the body, see what feels good for the body. Taking a few more breaths here. Taking one more deep breath in and slow breath out. And then from here, we're going to come into pelvic tilts. So start off by coming back to a position where your feet are facing forward and your knees are facing forward. You've got your natural curvature of the spine. You can place your hand there to feel it. What we're going to do is we're going to arch the back and then push the hips down and arch and then push the hips down. When we're pushing the hips down, so we're tucking the pelvis, pushing the lower back down onto the mat. Do that a few times. We're focusing on glutes and pelvic stability today. And then just coming back to neutral. We're coming to bridge, so we're going to lift the hips up and then we're going to do some circles in one direction with the hips. And the opposite direction. Make the circles as big or as small as you'd like. Lowering yourself back down to the mat, bring the knees to the chest. Just rock side to side. Coming back to our bridge, we're going to push through our heels, lifting the hips up, lifting up vertebra by vertebra, and holding, and then we're going to lower down, push back up, and then lower back down, push up, lower back down, push up, lower back down, and up, and then we're going to hold. Make sure that we're breathing here. You can interlace the hands underneath the back here. Keep pushing through the heels, lifting up through the glutes. Squeeze the glutes. And then we're going to lower all the way back down. Coming into windshield wiper, allowing the knees to go to the left side and then over to the right side. Come back to the center. If you have a block, grab your block. We're going to place our block in between our knees. And we're going to come back into our bridge pose and lower back down. So we're going to do the same sort of thing as we did before, but with the block now in between the knees. So squeezing that block. And then holding in our bridge pose, try to lift. And then we're going to lift up through the heels and lower the heels down. Keeping the hips lifted. And then hold with your heels lifted, squeeze. Lower the heels down and slowly lower the back all the way down. Remove the block, bringing the knees into the chest and just rock side to side. You can add a bit of windshield wiper again here. And then we're going to rock back and forth. Just rock about 3 to 4 times until you come all the way up. And then we're going to come to an all fours position. We're going to do our bird dog. So we're going to take the right arm out, the left leg out, and then as we exhale, bringing the knee to meet the elbow. So each time we're moving nice and slow, and we're pausing when the elbow meets the knee. Try to make sure that the hips are nice and centered and stable. And then hold. Exhale, release. And we're going to take the leg and arm down. We take it to the other side. So left arm reaches out and right leg reaches back. Again, as we exhale, bring the knee towards the elbow. For 5, and hold. Keep holding. And we're going to slowly release, releasing the leg and the arm down. Taking your hands out in front, tuck the toes. We're pushing the hips up and back. We're coming into our downward dog. Just pedaling the legs out here, releasing any tension. Moving the hips in any direction that feels good for you. Staying in our downward dog. 3 breaths. We're going to take the right leg up and back, coming into our 3-legged dog. Keeping the hips nice and centered. Try not to open up through that right leg. And then we're going to bring the right knee towards the forehead or the nose. For 2, extend the leg back. For 3, bring it forward and extend, moving nice and slow. For 4, extend back. And for 5, and we're going to extend that back again. And then we're going to bring that right foot in between the hands, lower the left knee down. Inhale, reaching the chest up. So here I'd like you to arch your back first and then tuck your pelvis until the pelvis is fully tucked, and then push the hips forward like that, rather than just completely sinking into our low lunge. Keeping the right knee over your right ankle, hands above your head, relax the shoulders. Keep breathing, focusing on that breath. Taking the hands down to the mat, we're going to step back into our downward dog. We'll take it to the other side, so left leg lifts up and extends behind us. And then we're going to come to kneaded nose. Extend it back. Remember to move nice and slow. For 2, extend the left leg back. Bringing it forward. For 3, extend back, and for 4, extend it back, and 1 more, extend the leg back, and then we're going to bring that left hand, place it in between the hands, lower the right knee down this time. Inhale, reaching the arms up, squeezing the thighs together. Again, we're arching the back and then tucking the pelvis. So we're not focusing on just dumping ourselves into our low lunge. We're focusing on really tucking that pelvis and then pushing the hips forward. Pulling the left knee back, pushing the right hip forward so that the hips are nice and centered. Lower the hands down. And stepping back to your plank. Lower down to your chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale through to your cobra, upward facing dog, and step back to your downward dog. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. I'm going to come to the top of the mat, so walking the feet all the way to the top of the mat, 1 foot in front of the other. Bending through the knees, inhale, lifting the arms up, coming into your chair pose. Allowing the torso to be nice and straight, the hips pushing back and down. Relax the shoulders, keep that chest lifted. And we'll come to stand. So we're going to bring the knee to the chest, so either the left or the right leg. We're going to do both sides, and we're going to hold that there. So instead of sinking the hips, dipping the hip to the side, we're focusing on keeping the hips nice and centered. Keeping the standing leg nice and strong. Keep holding. Taking the leg down, and we're going to come to our tree pose. So you can either place it onto the ankle, the calf, or the inside of the thigh. Allowing the hips to face forward. Try to keep that knee open at the same time. Your hands are in prayer position by the chest. Relax the shoulders. Squeeze the foot into the thigh and the thigh into the foot to help with your balance here. And then we're going to take the knee up again towards the chest and extend that leg this time. Keeping the foot nice and flexed. Again, focusing on keeping those hips nice and centered. Squeeze the thighs, squeezing that quad. And slowly lower down. I'll take it to the other side. So this time the left knee or the right leg comes into the chest, whichever side you didn't do. As you can see, I'm showing you, try not to dip through that hip. We want to keep the hips nice and centered. Keeping that standing leg nice and strong. Pulling that knee up towards the chest as much as you can. If you need to hold onto the wall, that's absolutely fine. And then coming to our tree pose. So again, finding the variation that feels good for you. Keeping the hips facing forward and the knee out as much as you can. Bringing the hands to your prayer position by your chest. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. And then we're going to bring that knee towards the chest again and extending the leg out in front of us, flexing through that front foot. Again, try to make sure that the hips are nice and balanced here. Relax the shoulders. And slowly lower that leg down. We're going to come into our warrior 3. So if you've got blocks, you can grab your blocks and place them underneath where your hands will be. So extending through the right leg. Try not to open the hip. We want to keep the hips nice and centered here. Some people like to flex their back foot. Some people like to keep it pointed. So just see what feels good for you. You can keep your hands on the block, or you can keep your hands by your in prayer position in front of your chest, or reach them out in front. And slowly lifting ourselves up to stand. We'll take it to the other side. So take your hands down to your blocks. Again, we're focusing on keeping the hips centered here. So try not to open. You can open the hip and then close it to see that difference. And when you're comfortable in your warrior 3, place the hands wherever feels good for you. Point or flex through the back foot. And lifting ourselves up. We're going to come to a wide stance. We're going to come to a wide leg forward fold. So toes are facing in, heels are out. As we fold over, we can place the hands underneath the face, or you can grab hold of your ankles. Every inhale, we're reaching the torso, so lengthening through the torso, and every exhale, we're reaching the crown of the head down towards the mat. And then we're going to place the hands underneath the face, and then we're going to walk the hands over to the right leg and taking the crown of the head down towards that knee, so your right knee, so allowing the torso to melt towards that right leg. Back to center, and we take it to the other side. And come back to center. Placing your left hand directly underneath the face, we're going to open up through the right arm. So we want focusing on here, we're not trying to open the chest so much so that we twist the hips completely. We want to open up the chest as much as we can so that the hips remain stable. The hips remain the same position rather than twisting and dropping through one hip. Lowering down through the right hand, we're opening up through the left hand now. Again, focusing on our hips, making sure that they are the same. So not twisting too much through the chest. Taking the left hand down, and then we're going to walk to the front of the mat, stepping back into our high plank. Lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale through to your cobra, upward facing dog, and then exhale, push the hips back, downward facing dog. And lower the knees down, pushing the hips back, reaching the arms out in front. Come into your child's pose. And then lifting ourselves up. Bringing the soles of the feet together, we're going to come to a butterfly. Knees are out to the side. We're just going to lift them up and lower the knees for a few times. And then going to fold forward, coming into our butterfly pose. Lifting ourselves up, bringing the knees towards each other. We're going to come to lie down on our back. Coming into our figure 4, supine figure 4. So we're going to bring the right ankle towards the left knee, and then thread the hand through the little loop. Grab hold of the left knee, bring that through to your chest. Placing the left foot down, swapping it over to the other side, so left ankle comes just by the right knee, and then thread the left hand through a little loop, bringing the right knee to the chest, pushing the left knee away from the body. And lower the right foot down, extending the legs up. We're going to come into our happy baby, grab hold of the outer edges of the feet and just either rock side to side, or you can stay still. And then we're going to lower the legs down, bringing the knees to the chest. Coming to a supine twist, right knee comes to the chest, left leg extends out in front. We're going to guide the right knee over to the left hand side, keeping the shoulders in contact with the mat. Doesn't matter if that right knee touches the floor or not. You can add slight pressure on top of that right knee if it feels good for you. Make sure we're breathing here, full breaths in and full breaths out. Coming to our back, swapping it over. So we're going to bring the left knee to the chest and extend through the right leg. And then guide the left knee over to the right hand side. Again, keeping the shoulders in contact with the floor. Remembering to breathe, full breaths in, full breaths out. Slowly coming to lie on our back and coming to our resting pose, Shavasana. Closing down the eyes, allow the arms to rest on the side of the body and the feet to flop out on either side. With your eyes closed, just begin to connect to your inner world of thought and feeling. Gradually, the external world will fade from your consciousness. And for the next few minutes, give yourself the permission to enjoy a relaxing experience. You're free from all responsibilities. So put aside any thoughts or tasks or concerns that may be waiting for you. If you find that your mind wanders, that's absolutely fine. Just simply bring your awareness back to the sound of my voice and the motion of your breath. Remember that you are always in control. If you wish to stop at any time, you can by simply opening your eyes. Take a long, slow, deep breath in and out. Take another long, slow, deep breath in and let that breath go again. Take another deep breath in and exhale slowly and fully, noticing how calming it is to breathe this way, and notice the feelings of relaxation that begin to spread throughout the entire body. Continue to breathe slowly, deeply and gently. With each breath, your thoughts become lighter, your body becomes heavier and lighter at the same time. Slowly begin to add movement by wiggling the toes, the fingers, just nodding the head left and right. And if it feels good for you, coming to a full body stretch, reaching the arms up overhead. As you exhale, bring the knees into your chest, rocking side to side. Moving slowly, rolling over onto your right hand side. Pausing here for a moment. And then slowly coming to a comfortable seated position. Keeping the eyes closed, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead. Bring the palms to touch. Exhale, take your hands to your third eye in between the eyebrows. Let the energy you've created flow there today. Taking it down to your throat chakra. May everything that you say and do come from a place of love and compassion. And then exhale, taking it down to your heart center. Take a moment to be grateful for the body and the mind. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead. Exhale, hands down to your heart center. Thank yourself for practicing yoga today, for creating this beautiful energy for yourself. Gently bow the head towards your hands. The highest in me honors the highest in you. Thank you so much for joining me today.